Welcome back, all you awesome peoples, to another amazing week here, where I pull my ADHD adult self along learning to build a video game. Speaking of ADHD, let me tell you about my highs and lows this week. First, the lows. Man, there were some days this week that I struggled to get going, especially in the mornings. No idea why I struggled to sleep, because I went to bed early enough, but apparently my brain decided sleep was not to be mine. Now for the highs. The best thing about this week is that it is week 3, and I have my video out and on the proper day. This might sound silly, but any project, relationship, or job, and week 3 is the beginning of the end, typically. This time, though, I didn't feel that pull to slow down or stop or give up. No, I managed to actually finish the week and put up my video. So, yay me! I admit that it's starting to feel real. Not that it didn't before necessarily, but weirdly, the more I get into this, the less it feels like the usual surface level I normally give to stuff. In that way, it is nice, but also strange, and I'm still just in the beginning. Saying that, this week was kinda cool, I admit. First off, I got some NPC characters into my town, and I think they will work pretty well. There are only 14 though, so not nearly enough for what I need, but it's a start, and probably all I need for the demo. I'm not sure if I want to make metahumans for the rest, or if I'm going to go looking through my assets for more. Future me problems, I think. Still, I have 2 lovely NPCs here and needed to get them moving. I think, though, I am not certain, that there are a few different ways to get them going, but for now, I am using 2 targets. The giant green area is needed to use the motion, I think. If you know more, please let me know in the comments below. I'm still trying to figure all of that out, and yeah, still very early days for me there. As you can see, though, I have gotten one of my NPCs to move between the 2 points, which is great, but she is going too fast and T-posing the whole way. I have found some animations, namely game animation samples, that have walking and running in there, along with a lot of other stuff I don't need, but hey, it was free. The part of the week that took the longest for me was my grocery store. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but my town is all external. Every building only has an outside, which means I need to find walls, ceilings, and floors, plus furniture and the like elsewhere. That's fine, really. I have internals for a grocery store, but it's really meant for a much bigger place. So the floors, for example, are massive and annoying. You will get to see me mess with those later. The walls are great, no problem there, other than realizing belatedly that I can adjust the size not only vertically, but also horizontally. So yeah, I started with tiny thin walls and only realized later that I was taking way more time than I needed to. Yay me! The real problem? The ceiling. The one they gave me is just a metal frame, not helpful. Worse is that the frame was way too big, just like the floor, and much harder to resize, for something I didn't even like. So I went looking for a ceiling specifically. I found one, which was great, but it didn't show up in my Epic Games launcher. So I tried to export it via the website, and got errors. So I ended up taking a chance that one of the assets I already had in the world would have an acceptable ceiling, and thank goodness I found something that would work for me. Honestly, that was beyond annoying. What was even worse was that for a while there, I was in the zone. I had my tunes playing, was fully locked in and getting stuff done, and then interruptions, errors, and problems. Now, I get that that is just life, and it feels like technology hates me as a rule, and it makes it so frustrating when I have one simple goal that turns into a million side quests that takes 3 times as long as they should. It's life, I suppose. Still, I am planning to finish the grocery store next week with all of the different additions that will really give it that small town grocery store vibe. The shape of the building is crazy weird, and man do I wish they had given me a simple rectangular space. The liquor store should be way better, I think, or hope rather. I'm also hoping to learn how to turn the door into an actual functional thing. I have the door asset, that is no problem. But I have to somehow remove the fake one as well. That is the part I'm concerned about. Granted, I don't need to worry about that yet, thankfully. I am also hoping to be able to get my walking animations working on my characters. Now, normally the file would be pretty straightforward, but this time they threw me a curveball by not putting all of the files in one folder. So I am not sure which of the files I need and which are redundant. I will be working to figure that out this week as well. I have never messed with animations before, like, at all. So this is another thing that is a total black box for me. Fingers so crossed this is easier than I am thinking and will just take a little bit of work to figure out. I can honestly say that I am loving the process though. As annoying as parts of it can be, it is almost like I get to create something uniquely mine, to tell a story all my own, and do it in a way that is really, for lack of a better word, pretty. It is one of the things I love about Unreal, the sheer beauty of the graphics, the opportunity to make such captivating worlds. It's like writing a visual interactive book, a place where the reader isn't just seeing words but also involved in the story itself. It's what I love about playing games myself, the chance to be part of the story being told. I have always been fascinated by stories as well. How a well-told story can transport us entirely, where we can see and almost live that story for a time. It's entirely like a moment of magic, and I think that is part of why I am drawn to games. In a way, I am building a world. I am populating it with people. I am directing and guiding their lives. It's kind of a rush. Of course, then some issue shows up and suddenly it's late nights and annoyance, but it isn't long before I am back to building something amazing. Do you guys feel the same about games and stories in general? Do you feel something different when you play games? Please let me know in the comments below. Ultimately, this week was another one that felt kind of crazy to me. Daylight savings time threw off my sleep, plus shifting my usual time schedule for a couple of days threw me off. I had a bit of a hard time staying on target, I suppose, which admittedly isn't terribly unusual. I am enjoying the building process though, which makes me wonder why I have the issue of struggling to get up and do what I need to. So yeah, I wouldn't say it was a bad week. A pretty good one actually for productivity. But it was a bit more of a slog than it really needed to be. I hope next week is a little smoother. Here is hoping your week was awesome. Please let me know how it went. See you all next time. Peace.